Personal development, one of those journeys that force you to look inwards rather than outwards. It's a continuous process that you enjoy while doing. It's something you do while discovering yourself, as well as discovering the people around you. It's one that is important, but rather ignored. And today on the show, I have some of the people that stand for personal development. And I love these girls so much. I'm so excited for the show, for what I'm going to actually learn, and what you're also going to actually learn. So I'll just push onto this other side and ask them to introduce themselves. I'm really excited. Hi, Goreti. Hi, Liz.
Hi, Rose. How are
I'll
you?
call you Liz, but please tell the people. What's your name?
My name is Elizabeth Nakamoga.
My sister. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
her
on the
big sister. Let's
titles.
make that very clear. I'm her big sister.
But like 1 year. It's not so much.
All right. What do I do for a living? Between 9 to 5, I'm a financial consultant. How do I give back? I'm a mentor somewhere in Girls for Girls Uganda.
Girls for Girls Uganda.
Mentorship
I love
program.
that. I think I've heard of it, but not that much.
I have forced you to enter, just refuse.
You didn't have to say that. But Goreti, hi. How are you?
Hi, Rosemary.
I want to hear from you all these titles in all your glory, please.
Which titles?
I don't know, whichever way you seem to.
Well,
Just yourself.
well, since it's about personal development, it's about individuality, and me, Maria Goretina Mudu. During the day, I'm an IT officer, and during the night, all after 5, I'm an entrepreneur, doing this and that and hustling left, right, and center.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like thank you so much. It's the part where you said after 5. After 5, like in the night, that's when you're an entrepreneur.
Because I also say 9 to 5.
Yeah,
I think
because
that's why.
honestly, if you have a 9 to 5, it's your obligation to give your employers that time because they pay for it. You can't divert it to your own.
But you can't tell me
other
that
things.
within there you're not doing some marketing and stuff.
You could, but I signed a non-disclosure.
He said that. Oh, taking back to the financial consultant. Where do we find you, madam?
I work for a company called Red Oak Group Uganda.
Okay.
Yes, we deal in several things.
Okay. Red Hawk.
I won't do an advert, but that's it.
No, you tell us about Red Hawk later. But then, so when before you came on set, and I brought this idea to you that, hey, you're coming on the show and stuff, and then you chose the topic of personal growth. And I was so wowed because I love the way you've taken on this journey so personally. So please help us define, if I am home, I don't understand what personal development is. Help me understand.
Personal development in really simple terms is basically understanding who you are before you let the world define who you are, understanding who you are, how you associate with people, and what you can do to better yourself, understanding your weaknesses. Are there areas you can improve upon? If not, you have to learn to live with them.
Yeah.
Understanding your strengths so that you maximize them until you become a very better person, you know, maximizing your potential in the end. Is what I think.
This. I love where it's going. Before I go to Greg, guys. Thank you so much for that. Maria, how would you define or how would you explain personal development to someone that's not here?
I would explain it as taking your original true self from one point to the next. It's a step-by-step process.
Thank you.
So it can't be rushed. It takes time, but it's something that you decide to do personally. It might not be evident to people around you, but you will know that 2 years back, these were my thoughts.
Yeah.
And today,
These
they're
are totally
completely
different. What was I thinking?
So you sit back now and you think about the things you did at campus. The thoughts,
Please, let's not
the
go there.
arguments we had, how confident we were, with bristling with half-baked knowledge. And turns out, right now, you know more, but you say less. Right?
Yeah, I love that. So you've been actually so passionate about this whole, I love your explanation, it was very insightful. So do you have any, actually not any, psychologically, there are 5 areas that one should focus on when they are on the process of personal growth. So I would want us to explore those areas so that make me understand. Which is your favorite?
Okay, just to even give a brief, I think it goes back to individuals. As an individual, you defined what your personal growth journey should feel like. I'm a person who always goes away from the textbook. I go away from what society believes or says. So these are just the areas that we think have worked for us, basically have worked for us. So the mental aspect, the spiritual aspect, emotional aspect, social aspect, and the social aspect. Have I talked about that?
The physical,
yes, physical, social, spiritual, mental, emotional. Yes. So I'll just talk about the two I really like. I like the emotional one so much, and the social aspect.
Why?
I like the emotional one because I didn't even understand what emotions really meant until about 2-3 years, leave alone the dictionary meaning. Actually understanding that, okay, right now these are just my emotions, so how do I separate them from the reality, from the facts given to me, from my feelings? I didn't understand that.
So hold it
2 years back.
There was this saying we often had in psychology school that emotions are just like the weather. They keep on changing. It's sunny, rainy, cloudy. So you just let them pass. It doesn't change any time of the day. So you like the day, you just still 24 hours. But within that 24 hours, we have sunny, cloudy, rainy, whatever is happening. Yeah, keep going. I just want everyone to know I know that. Oh, yeah, but that's very key. What our dear host Rosa said. It's very key. Refining them as maybe weather, because they really change. You can wake up super pumped. You have this very great morning routine, and then probably you meet the border guy. You meet the Uber guy who makes it so bad. If you're driving, the traffic jam is so annoying. All the things are going to trigger something in your brain. Yeah, you know. So you have to then separate that. Okay, I'm just feeling frustrated, but I cannot portray that onto this other person. They don't know that this is a person who wasn't part on the emotional aspect. I'm going to ask you, because it's one of your favorites,
emotion and the social one.
I'll get back to the social one, but what have you really done, you personally, to grow emotionally?
Okay, what have I done to grow emotionally? First, I've had to understand my feelings better and who I am, what triggers me, what pushes me to that bad space, to what triggers me. So I sort of avoid some of those things. Now, just to make it very clear, I'm a very, very sensitive person. Even if I put on a hard exterior, I'm very emotional.
But yeah, keep going.
Yes, I'm a very emotional person. So I had to do a small exercise between my friends to sort of identify some of these aspects. You can actually go. I had as a friend of mine, what do you think are the areas I'm weak at? How can I be a better friend?
To handle that?
Yes, it was so hard, because all of us are quick to go on a defensive. But you girl, I can be nice. Like, yes, but you're too nice. That's people pleasing. I'm like, okay, but no, it's my family. You are still too nice. It's inconveniencing at the end of the day. So I had to first of all define that. So now I get to call myself back when it's happening. That, okay, wait a minute, please.
Get yourself in a corner.
We are people pleasing right now. How do we switch? Yes.
You switch for that. Dorothy, emotionally, your journey.
Emotionally, I'm not so good with emotions, but I have learned to let people feel their emotions because I'm not overly emotional. So when I meet someone who is too emotional, I find it weird. I find it so uncomfortable for me when you're too emotional
and sensitive.
Exactly, like small things are triggering you and annoying you. But then I've learned to let people feel their feelings, to let people be who they are and not make it about you or a reflection on you, because fundamentally we are different. So if someone is too sensitive or too emotional, that's okay. As long as I also have my space to be
you,
an emotion.
So you just want to be the center for feeling that emotion.
Exactly.
So I always say that to you on the social aspect. So socially, Tell us about your journey.
Oh, socially, wow,
Or first let us understand
wow.
what it means. just for our
Socially,
viewers,
according
and
to
then,
me, according to me, it's how do you interact with people?
Okay.
How do you handle your conversations? Are you a listener? Is your phone down? Is your phone in silence when you're on that date? When you're attending that conference? How are you then? How are you comprehending the information given by these people? Can you even leave a conversation saying, okay, I think I learned a thing or two in that conversation now? These days, I am more present when I choose to. I'm more present when I have that lunch date with a friend. I'm more present when I'm receiving feedback from my, supervisors. I'm more present when I'm on a phone call with maybe a long-term friend. And these days, I really love to have conversations with people. You get to understand them, their stories. It's interesting when people start telling their stories, especially the areas that are so personal to them.
I actually believe when you come to the social aspect, there is just one thing I've come to notice. It's my personal doing. So I realized that people relate to you the way you relate to them. So if you are a rude person, you find that people are rude to you, even in times when you actually choose to be nice. So if you are this kind of person who is always on the defensive, even when you're approaching someone to talk to them nicely, there are those days, you can be moody, but then you have those days when you're actually just okay, you get. But because people are used to you in a certain way, people are used that Rose is a certain way. Even you come to just say hi, something, but like I just called to say hi, Teddy. I didn't call to ask you where you are or what time you'll be arriving. But the way someone attacks the phone, Rose, the truth is, I'm like, no. So when I started having that, I realized that people just reciprocate because they communicate a different way. So it has helped me learn that in most cases, if someone's being rude to me, the question is, what have I done? Even though I've not done anything physical or something that you can say, but I'm like, what have I done in terms of how am I talking to this person? Or how do they perceive me? So I start going inwards and doing that whole, I saw you nodding to my thing. Don't dare give examples.
No, I just want to.
I'm not going to give examples. I'll just say it's very hard for me to take in what someone has said, let's say about me, about a situation, and then reflect that back on myself. Yeah,
that's what I was going to say.
I've learned from the social fabric of the society. The society is made up with so many different people, different cultures, you cannot reflect your culture, your beliefs onto someone else.
And what people think of you.
That is when you get the problem of people thinking, what did I do? What have I done? No. What if our cultures are different, our beliefs are different? I had a story where my former boss, he said, he went somewhere and he was talking to a subordinate and she couldn't look him straight in the eye. Because for him, he knew if you can't look someone straight in the eye,
you're lying.
You're shady. Yes, you're lying about something. But then this girl was told you cannot look your elders straight in the eye. It's disrespectful. So if these two people from these different backgrounds come
opposite
together,
ends of the spectrum.
Exactly. This one will think that one is disrespectful, and this one will think you're a liar. But it's not what it is.
I think even just to add on what she's saying, it's basically understanding the different social aspects you get and understand where you are and who you are with. If there are uncharted waters, if it's someone new, you don't know how to go about it, use the common courtesy things, the common sort of standard etiquette things we know. It used to be a handshake, but now COVID has happened. So I don't know what we do these days to greet people. That is sort of
hi.
You can this is a new one. This is interesting. Yes.
Oh, I've seen people do this a lot. I don't know if you can't get the elbow thing, but okay, that's also another one. Anyway, so you've talked about the social and the emotional part. What's your favorite?
My favorite is the spiritual. This is something that I really neglected for a very long time because I thought, I got this. I'm a Christian.
I read
grew
the
up praying.
Bible.
I know
I
the
pray every day.
Bible
I
from.
recite my rosary.
But then after some time you realize it's
beyond.
deeper than that. It's about, and now for me as a Christian, it's about understanding that my beginning block is that I'm a child of God.
Thank you.
And like whatever I'm doing is a reflection of that. And being a child of God, you're part of something bigger, something
It's no longer
omniscient,
about you.
omnipresent, something that is always there, something that is bigger than you, but you're also part of it.
I know, right?
So I
Sister free.
Amen. So I realized when I understood that, because it's not something you can understand fully, but your perspective grows as you grow.
Yeah.
And as much as you are intentional about
Yes.
it.
So the moment I got that, I feel like some of the other pieces started coming
Falling into
together.
place.
I don't
Okay.
know, what can I add on that spiritual part? Maybe the only thing I can say is besides Christianity or besides I can't say besides God, it can't sit well with me, because it's either you know God and you're living with him, or you just
Higher power.
But if there are people that are atheist, or they actually feel like they don't believe in a higher power than them and all that, and they feel like a spiritual practice also. I think it's a bit so-sad.
Yeah, it's. I think I would describe it for someone who doesn't believe in a higher power. I met someone actually recently who doesn't believe in a higher power, and they believe in the Big Bang, and that is
chemistry.
So, but then you realize that these people actually know the Bible more than you.
They do.
They
I think I know the person.
they know spiritual aspects
yeah.
better than you, yet they tell you, I do not, but I know this and this and this, but no. So you find that those people, their basic principle is like, do unto others what you want to be done unto you.
I know friends
So
who
they
are
are basically good people.
I know friends who are atheists. I know friends who just live each day the way it is. That okay. They don't disregard your belief, but it's very, very important to understand who you are with before you bombard your beliefs on them. You know, you could be, we have our Muslim brothers and sisters, we have our Christian, we have our Protestants, Anglicans, different
methods.
I know, right? So there are very many, but you just have to understand what to say. Well, let's not be so quick to project our beliefs on them. But Catholics, this is how we do our thing. For us, this is how we pray. We have to do the sign of the cross. Sweetheart, you are in a gathering that has Muslims, that has, make the prayer just unique. We've seen our national prayers. Really.
I think even when you're on your own journey of anything spiritual, or you don't have to impose. It doesn't have to look like you're imposing. Just do.
I think we're also forgetting the aspect, a very important aspect of spiritual meditation. Meditate, silence. Do you have, even if it's just 5 minutes of silence? I know this. At first, it felt like when a friend of mine introduced me to this, it felt like, okay, that feels like some voodoo thing. No. Me, when I'm also in a moment of silence when I'm praying, but it's different. Just being there 5 minutes. I don't know, an hour. Which I don't know how you split your time.
Spending time with God quietly.
Spending time, but not if you're with God, it's okay. Or if just for yourself.
Calm down, yeah.
Yes, and you tell yourself. I tell myself, please breathe.
Quiet your mind.
Yes, breathe, breathing.
And the internet has made it so easy. So I didn't discover, I know everyone knows these things. There are those sounds that help you go into meditation.
Yes.
If you're that person that actually connects to them, and then it's like brain, and then you're just there thinking. Then you just stop and boom. You just relax. And by the time you get out of that time, if it's 2-3 minutes, you feel it's
better.
Like mind of a jump starting a motor car.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know you've started again.
Jump start, okay.
So I talk about spiritual. I expected Goretti to say mental. I swear. I don't know how, but I
think I was quick. I was quick to beat her to that.
No, I was going to say spiritual and mental, but spiritual is the starting block for me. Yeah, mentally. My goodness, what can I say?
This girl.
actually, there's this neat aspect that matches mentally and socially. Yeah, our game nights. You guys, how many new things have you learned? How have your brains been boosted?
Countries.
Eh?
We now know this country. What's the name of this country? The one that Albania? No. The one where the kids.
Azerbaijan.
Azerbaijan. Someone was describing Azerbaijan like as a
what now?
Azerbaijan. It's a country.
I know. I'm just
Let's
exaggerating.
just ask her a question. Do you know the capital city of Madagascar?
No, I'll be lost now.
Exactly. So now, someone actually challenged us to learning all those the countries and their capitals. This is not something that would benefit me in any way.
But
Like,
you just
there
be
is a challenge, right?
Yeah.
And since you've been out of school for some time, you'll be like, obongo wange nedda.
Yeah.
it's you really you get to
And our school culture is basically for cramming. I think there was a part of me that actually knew that our capital city.
of Madagascar.
Maybe there was a part of it that knew it
went
back
to
in
the
school
same
because of the
school, all
atlas,
of us,
the
yeah.
map. Oh yes,
same
but no, the map, the atlas for the Africa, and then the Madagascar being just there on the side.
Alright, that's
So
the capital of Madagascar. Let's just cut this.
Do I know? Did I forget?
We were doing this thing last night, but what to?
I don't know.
Was it the one that
But I can assure you, I know Antananarivo. That I can assure you, I know some 2 new capitals in Africa, which I didn't even know.
For example?
Like, do you know the capital city of Central Africa?
Central Africa.
okay.
Calm down, darling. Calm down. Calm down. I gave it to you back in
Exactly.
it's a sibling thing. I'm gonna let that slide. I will report it to Mama. Anyway.
Okay, so we have like 5 minutes left for us to tackle physical, personal development. Physical. I'll first go to Maya.
Oh, physically, what can I say? My main thing is exercise. Yeah, I try to do as much as I can whenever I can. And since I'm a very competitive person,
Yes, she is very competitive.
my words, the place I go, my gym. I think these days, when they are bringing in a new member, they be like, please talk to Marie.
You become an instructor.
But in most cases, it's not even about the exercise you go to do there. Because when I go, I still have my playlists. Yeah? So I put on my headphones. I'm learning stuff. I download things at work. And the gym is my place to listen to them.
So
and
you
comprehend them.
Because
I know, like when I go home, I have to make time for the people at home. Yeah, I have to talk to them. I won't be on my phone. But in the gym,
You really make time for people at home?
I do. Didn't I give you time recently? Like a whole night.
Kinda. Okay.
So that it's impactful, and the good thing, the thing about exercise is that you will do it today, you will work so hard, and then you look in the mirror and you don't see anything.
But that's the thing.
And then you do it tomorrow and still you see nothing. And you do it for a month and you see nothing. So to someone who gives up easily, you give up. Yeah, but when you stick to it, you will realize you're crossing thresholds. Yes, let's say you used to come to the gym and you get on the treadmill and you walk a kilometer in 30 minutes. Yeah, with time you will be 1.5, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and it may not manifest itself physically. But let's say you go on a hike with your friends. And you're a fat one, and everyone is like, Banang, Goret to Genamokola, Goret is going to drag us behind. And then Nova Sokayam. Remember when we did that trek to Namugongo for Mother's Day?
Girl. Let's not even go there. Let me just pick Elizabeth's brain on the physical aspect. What are you doing for you? You're not going to gym. You can't lie about that. But what else are you doing?
Anyhow, just to put it, physical can mean anything. Yeah. It could mean from what you're eating.
Thank you.
I know friends who are really so lazy to exercise. These days, I walk. I walk.
From where to where?
I walk. Don't ask me from where to where, but I walk.
You?
I try to. I really do.
What color is stomach? What color is the swing?
Next time, remind me not to brush it with my sister because I want to literally just pound on her. Anyway, but what are you eating? I'm very skeptical on what I take.
How are you eating?
Yes. I'm very keen on what I take into my system. Because I know I have cheat days of exercise. Oh my God, Gorgeous is going to kill me because she has told me to already sign up for the gym membership, and I'm like, will I manage these things?
Right next to her place.
Will I manage? So I found something else that works for me. I try to walk. I walk back from work, my workplace to home, and mostly Saturday mornings, I do walk too with my, friends.
Okay.
And then what I eat, in between there I can do intermittent fasting. Yes, I can do intermittent fasting, going a few hours, going about 12 or given hours of not eating.
It's very hard to do a show with your sister.
Yes. Yes, it's hard.
Wendy.
I know, but we don't stay together, so you wouldn't tell.
Have been fun.
You wouldn't tell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just dying. I don't want this to end, but
there is a part we have actually forgotten. When you talk about the mental aspects, just to give
you're giving your closing
mental and spiritual. Much as you are taking in all this different information from whichever channels you feel work for you. I'm all for what define what works for you. What works for me may not be what works for you. What works for Gority may not work for everyone, right? So define what works for you and where do you want to go, because people have already moved that journey. Most of these things. Yeah. So define who that person is that inspires you and look out for more information about this person. And while you check on this information, relate it to your own life and journalize. We're forgetting so much. Write down those thoughts, those
journaling,
those dreams, those goals. It may look funny. Have that vision board. Let people laugh. Currently, there is one on my phone.
You put your vision board on
it's on my phone.
Yeah, Liz, we're really
it's my wallpaper. It's my phone.
I want to pick Maria on closing arguments.
So I would say, in whatever aspect of your personal development, let it be intentional. Let have a direction in which you choose to go. Don't just if you have a direction in which you choose to go, you will know that this path won't lead me there, so I will choose this. This is a step closer to my ultimate goal.
Okay, I love what I just had. I learned a lot. So if you've not learned anything, it's your cause. Me, I've learned a lot. Lest we forget Tamam Holdings. People, look around. These guys have the best properties in Uganda. Airbnb, land management, property management, selling, buying, all Tamam Holdings. You can check them up on www.tamamholdings.com. Lest we forget, as we conclude personal growth, all I want to say is define your target, strategize, and shoot. That's all the time we had on SafeSpace today. Thank you so much. See you next Saturday, 8 p.m. And if you missed this episode, please remember to catch it on the YouTube channel. Still, thank you very much. Bye-bye.